And we are live. What's up, family? Thank you for
up?
tuning in. Welcome to What's Up in the Cup.
Hey, hey,
How
hey.
y'all be? Give me some love today, man. I love this.
Yeah.
We are having so much fun. We are having so much fun.
Yeah, we
My
are.
goodness. My goodness. Waters Edge Winery. We are here on that Thursday night throwdown. Old school. DJ Tony Hustle is on the ones and twos.
Doing a great
Tearing it
job.
Tearing
Man.
it up. And we have some enjoyable music, some enjoyable wine. Sitting over here to our left, we have brother Eric Elliott, owner of Waters Edge.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Eric, how are you, my man?
Doing pretty good, man.
Man, thank you for having us here, and thank you for having us here on this night.
Yes. It was a great, the night is amazing.
This vibe is a little different than what we're used to.
All right.
No,
And also maybe a little better. No
Right.
diss to anyone else, but this is great.
Hey,
This is great.
We definitely have been, thinking about this plan. We had extended time to think about this plan during COVID. So COVID wasn't a bad thing for everybody. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You should have had your thinking caps on during COVID.
Yeah, if you
absolutely.
survive, you should have been recognizing your blessings.
Yes.
There
yeah,
you go.
definitely.
Yes, indeed.
But you got this thing going on Thursday night, man. This is probably definitely one of the livest night events that we've been a part of, man.
Okay. All right.
This is what we got going on. What kind of inspired this?
So, my better half, as they say, she's actually not in the room right now. But so Candace and I, this has been a vision for us. We started this probably back in 2018, 2019. We were looking at the area where we live. It's a beautiful area, Richmond, Texas. If you've never been to Richmond, come take the trip out to Richmond wine country. So that's my plug. But Richmond was just an up-and-coming area. So, it's a boom bird, as they like to refer to it from a demographic standpoint. Like, this is probably one of the most diverse areas outside of the city of Houston. So, I mean, it's just growth everywhere. It's your I guess, a suburban sprawl, if you will. So
Right.
we knew that, hey, we got a choice. We could drive to Houston, we could drive to Sugar Land, but we wouldn't be close to home base. So it was like, hey, why not create something that was in our neighborhood? So here you go.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly. And we know what the dynamic of Houston is becoming a situation where, the little smaller cities on the outside of the city limits having to have their own little city within a city.
We got our little boroughs now.
Yeah,
huh?
you got your little
Definitely.
borough.
All right.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Exactly. So you witnessed that. You kind of
Yeah.
see that part of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what's the best part about kind of like getting into the wine business and getting into kind of what this becomes when you get to a demographic that just loves this product?
All right, well, the best part about it is, hold on.
Oh, that's how a bill becomes a law.
Cheers.
Cheers. Hey.
So, that's one of the best parts about it, right? Definitely a lot of hard work that's involved in what you see, but it makes it all worth it in the end.
That's for sure.
And so that's the vision. So we'll dive more into the vision. The vision gets real deep from this standpoint on where we are right now. The vision gets deep. So
So as far as in the wine process, how long does it take to make a batch of wine for y'all?
okay. So we'll start with here at Waters Edge, one of the cool things that we do, and if you didn't hear that, he says, what does it take really to make a batch of wine? So what goes into that process? You got different levels. So on our sangrias, we can really make those relatively faster than, say, a red wine. So a red wine is going to take, for us at least 8, 9, 10 months before it's ready to leave our tanks to go into the bottles and to be served. Okay, so once you go down to the white wines, those are typically done in a faster fashion. They don't take nearly as long, so we can make those a lot faster.
Yeah.
We're going live. No, this is what happens. We just fixing the mic. So I'm getting to your question. The white wines, the sangrias, we can make those relatively, in a short period of time. So we're thinking, maybe a couple of months. They're ready to
Okay.
go, right? But it's almost like a juggling act, though, right? Because as soon as one's ready to be done, you need to be working on another
It's time
one.
for the next one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
What inspired Water's Edge?
So, cool thing about Water's Edge is that Water's Edge actually was created in Rancho Cucamonga, California. That was location number one. Yeah. So, Water's Edge is a new franchise. If you're interested, give me a call. I can tell you all about it.
Your
but-
own wine franchise.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So it's
People.
a different concept than what we're used to. Like you heard about microbreweries and those types of venues. So the great part about this was this is an opportunity for us to take Water's Edge and kind of put our own twist on it. And so that's when the bistro comes in. That's when we're doing what we're doing right now, right? Just being able to create an environment that would be conducive to so many different events, you know?
Which it totally is. I mean, all you have to do is step in for 5 seconds and you can see that that's what it's about.
So that's the best part
Yeah.
about it. You get to put your
Yeah.
own twist. It's a standard for everybody, but you get to put your own personal
You
twist
can
to
put your
it.
own twist on it, make it your own. Matter of fact, you know, I had a couple. They spent probably about maybe about 3 hours with us today, and they were with one of our sister facilities in Elizabethtown, Kentucky.
Oh, wow.
And so it was great to hear them come in and say how much of a wonderful time that they had while they were there. So if you're visiting Elizabethtown, Kentucky, y'all go check out the Water's Edge, and you know, you can still enjoy some great wine as well.
Awesome.
So what's the plan for the future of this thing, man? Because I know you seem to be a visionary with this kind of a product. So can you give us just a little taste of what you got planned for the future of it?
All right, so definitely. So right now we're going into month number 7. It feels like we're going into like maybe year number 2, but it's month number 7. So as we continue coming out of the pandemic, the vaccinations, people becoming more comfortable with this coming out, being around, being in a social atmosphere and environment. It's basically giving us an opportunity just to kind of see where the future goes. So you all coming here this evening is a part of that future. So one of the things and one of the visions that I had for this room that we're in, and we kind of talked about this a little bit before, was letting this room also serve as a podcast studio.
I am so here
So
for
far,
that.
so good.
Like, I mean, we've had so many instances where there was no space for podcasters, but you know, like people wanted to have that essence at their winery, their wine bar, their brewery, but they just didn't have the space, or they didn't have like the acoustics, or they didn't have the setup. And this is the perfect setup, so we appreciate it.
And a lot of people,
Yeah.
and a lot of people don't think about putting these elements into it.
Yeah.
And that kind of shows that you have some creative thought. You're not just gonna it's not gonna be any other Water's Edge. This is
And
gonna
also
be
very
different
progressive.
from all.
Yeah.
You know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I can imagine that we when we talked, we were like Thursday night would be the good night to come, and it's kind of like this is kind of wild because your weekends are pretty wild, right?
The weekend's wild in a great way when he says wild. Like,
Like,
it's
wild
not-
in a
it's
nice
wild.
way.
Grown up.
It's wired.
Yeah, man, a sophisticated type of wild.
It's not for it's not for the backsliding Christians. Just a few.
The one that actually go on Sundays.
Let me stop.
Go to Sunday meeting.
Let me
Hey,
stop.
man, I mean, it's like having communion, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Good.
Come on in. The water's fine.
You know what? Cheers. Cheersy.
All right.
Come on, communion.
All right, so so for anybody who's tuning in for the first time, y'all tell them what they're tuning into right now.
They're tuning in to What's Up in the Cup.
Yeah, What's Up in the Cup is here at Water's Edge on a Thursday night, which is one of the livest Thursday nights I've ever been anywhere.
With DJ Tony Hustle.
With DJ Tony Hustle from Chi-Town.
The Almost Friday edition.
I love. Big shouts out to Jackson State University.
Oh.
Yeah, HBCU
Okay.
time.
Hey.
HBCU time.
Y'all
okay.
doing some big things, man.
Hey, you know, we've always been doing big things. We just now letting people know about it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's dope.
So we appreciate you letting us come here and kind of participate in this, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead and plug your social media
Yeah.
so we can kind of let everybody know who's watching on Facebook and Twitch.
Facebook, so Twitch. Y'all got to show me how to do Twitch. I don't know how to do Twitch. I need to get on Twitch.
We'll help you out
I'm
with
gonna
that.
just set up like a Twitch feed so they can.
Oh,
Instagram.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll do
Yeah.
that. So you can follow us on Facebook at Waters Edge Winery, Richmond TX. On our Instagram, you can follow us at Waters Edge Winery TX. And I think there's also a Twitter account. You can just Google like Waters Edge Winery Richmond, and we gonna come up. And then if you really want to get closer, just hit like directions, and it'll bring you right to the front door.
Come on.
And definitely
Come
get here every day of the week, but get here on Thursday.
No,
I've been having a
Thursdays.
blast.
No,
Thursdays
wait.
are
We closed on Monday.
Monday, yeah,
So
yeah,
you
yeah.
come
Don't come here on Monday.
Yeah, if
You
come
keep on
Monday,
knocking,
you're gonna be
but-
mad.
Well, you'll be here early for Tuesday.
Come on Thursday.
Good catch,
Come on
Doc.
Thursday.
Just camp out.
And what are some of the future plans you can let us in on about Waters Edge?
Oh, I skipped around there. Huh? So here's something that you can be looking out for. One of the plans is the expansion of the patio. So we're going to incorporate a really nice outdoor space. That's going to be right here on the northern side of the building. So that's going to be just designed for us to go hang out. Maybe want to be outside, enjoy the patio. So we're going to have a fire pit out there when it gets a little cooler. Hopefully I have some misters as well when it get hot. But I'm going to have some sangria to keep you cool on them hot days.
Hey.
Nice. Yeah.
So that's going to be happening. You can probably look to see more podcasts happening. And also we've got expansion. We're looking for some local comedians. And that's one thing I want to plug. I'm really big on our local community here in Houston, Richmond area. So if you're in a creative space, whether that be music, whether that be agriculture, whether that be anything that's creative that you want people to know about, we're here to be a platform to help others know about you. So check us out.
That's what's up.
I mean, that's very beneficial to the people maybe in Harvest Green. Harvest Green isn't far.
Harvest Green, you've got Grand Mission, which is my neighborhood, Aliana. It's just so many. Lakemont, Lakes of Bellaterra.
Oh, here y'all go hood
Lakemont.
tripping. See what you done started?
Throw your setup.
I mean, I don't
Here,
look at-
here
I don't
now.
look
If
at it like
anybody
that.
throwing
We're
up,
not going to do that here.
Hold on. We got your mom here, man. So, mom, are you coming on with us and coming here?
Okay.
Let's get her a chair. Let's get her
Yeah,
a chair and get
yeah.
her around here. Let's get her. All right.
I'm excited about
It's
this.
for the Nuggets.
Okay, so Mom,
it was
we're really,
definitely for the Nuggets.
we're really, really, really,
Ah!
yes.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I am so proud to be here among all of the distinguished guests that's here,
Oh.
especially my baby boy. Hello, sweetheart.
hey, mama.
Can you give us, if you want to, please give us your name
Yes.
and tell us what you're about.
Well, thank you so very much. I'm Cindy Ayers Elliott, and I'm a farmer. I am in the largest urban farm in the state of Mississippi. So I'm a Mississippi girl,
Hey.
Wow.
born and bred. And believe it or not, Houston is home away from home. I'm so happy to be here, especially since Houston has embraced my youngest and my favorite daughter. That's a daughter-in-law, but a daughter.
Yeah.
And my grandbaby. So this makes this my second home.
That's awesome.
I go to New York and I come to Houston first.
Yes.
Then I go to New York.
You know, my people are, they have farms and stuff. So I'm really feeling you right now. I'm really happy to have you here. Thank you for
Yes.
coming and thank you for talking to us.
Thank you so much. And I'm so proud of each and every one of you for what you're doing and the information that you're bringing to our people and to the public. Because the more we know, the more power we have.
Yeah.
And by able to execute this and just bring people into access, to accessibility of what can go on and what is happening, makes us stronger and makes us who we are, and that's great.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Oh,
Absolutely.
that's so honorable to say that. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So proud. Thank
Yeah.
you. Cheers to you.
You're so
Yeah.
welcome.
So tell us how excited you are about having a grandbaby, because you brought that out.
Oh my goodness! Not only this is my new grandbaby that's coming, Skylar.
Right.
I personally have 3 grandbabies.
Okay.
Erica and Zoe, that's right here in Texas. and we have a Christian that's in Jackson, Mississippi. So we're very honored and proud to say our legacy lives on.
Indeed.
And they understand the importance of family, but it's important of people and taking care of what we have, and to lift our ancestors and understand the shoulders that we stand on,
Right.
and the obligations that we have to do in order to continue to make this world a better place. So that's the reason that we are here and what we do. And being a farmer is doing more than just planting a seed in the soil. It's also about planting seeds in the minds,
Yes,
and that's
ma'am.
how we grow great.
Hello.
Yes.
And that's what I was
Yes.
curious about, because it seems like that you have an immense pride in it, and the immense pride is about keeping a history alive. What was it that got you what was the turning point for you when you said that this is what I'm going to do and I'm going to make it as big as I can? Because I hear you're pretty big. I didn't get a chance to look it up because I know you're going to be here tonight, but I'm eager to see it now.
Well, one of the things about what I'm doing now, I can see the impact and the difference it makes every day. Before I became a farmer, I gave up those red bottoms and those high heels for work boots.
Yes.
I was a CEO in New York on Wall Street. I was an investment banker all my banking working life until 9/11, and God gave me life to do something different with. And because of that, I'm now a full-time producer of food, but also of the great minds of enhancing people to understand the blessings that we have and how we need to take care of it and to push it further. That's the reason I'm so happy to see everyone here tonight and understanding the importance of what you say, because words have power.
Yes.
And to be able to meet all the great people here, including one of the fabulous judges that
Yes.
I just met.
Come on,
and I'm
Tamesia.
so happy and so pleased to say how proud I am.
Same.
Because, we have to support. We have to be that wind beneath the wings,
Yes.
because we have to let our eagles and our eaglets soar
Yes.
in order to make a difference and an impact. So never forget from whom we belong to and the power that we have. Now, what we have to do is execute that and make it great. Good is not good enough. I
Yeah.
want great and better.
I have a question. Okay. So I'm so inspired right now, and I feel so filled. And I just want to know, what was your breaking point? Like, what was it that made you say, that's it, I'm done with all this, whatever. I want to go back to farming. I want to go back to like what I was raised on.
Well, we were never raised in farming and agriculture. Our family
You
was
just went to
more into the education component. Now, during the 60s, our family was part of the Brown versus the Board of Education. So while Fannie Lou Hamer and all these great mega Everest was looking at how we should vote and what we should do, it was our families and families like those unsung heroes that was working on the education component. Because we have to be educated. Part of the whole movement was about knowledge and about being knowledgeable.
So farming was all new to you then?
Farming was all new to me. I've done farm policy. I still write and work with farm policies. A big part of what we do is how do we enhance our existing black farmers and our farmers and farmers of color, and how do we keep and take care of the land that we have, and how do we get some of this land laws back into our hands, into our families. That's ancestral land that we should be looking at and not just spitting on, but using it for the goal that it is. We should be harvesting from this great earth.
Wow. So I'm trying to get my mind around this. This is my first time hearing about this. Because, like I said, my grandfather had his own farm in Oklahoma, and he did his own thing. And then my grandfather and my grandmother had their own honey there.
Yeah,
And
they made have bees.
Everybody got their honey from there.
Yes.
They cut their own meat. They had their own butchery. They did their own thing.
Self-sufficiency.
Yeah.
Power.
And people bought from them. But to hear somebody that came from corporate America come and do this and just be like, I'm taking over, my mind is blown, because I'm trying to see myself doing that, and I'm like, yo.
Well, a big part for us is the economics of it as well.
Yeah.
Because health is wealth.
It is.
And wealth is health.
Yes.
So we got to look at how we are enhancing ourselves, not just when you think about the money aspect, but for the quality of life.
Yes.
So what we have to look at to do is to expand our base and understand what's first and what's second. I don't care how much money you have. If you have no food on the table,
Or
then
healthy
you can't
food.
eat.
Or healthy food.
If you're looking at making a difference and impacting and stopping hypertension and diabetes and heart disease among black people, then we got to start first with ourselves. Seriously, look in the mirror.
Yes.
A glass of wine is
what
good for the
we're
heart.
eating. And exactly, a glass of wine is good, and this is from the earth. So we start looking at what we have. We got to start looking at from which it comes, and we got to get back to understanding the importance of the water, the soil, and the air that we breathe.
Right.
All this makes a difference to who we are. And if you want to really talk about wealth, you better talk about health.
Your health. Yes.
Because last time I checked, we're not going to get another body. So,
Right.
Just like you're
I
not
know
going
a
to get any
guy.
more land.
yes.
They're not
amen to
making
that.
any more, right?
Yes.
So-
Ooh, we needed you, Mother.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
I'm going to let you get back to talking to the people about what you do and understanding the importance of it. Again, let me thank you for embracing Water's Edge and my baby boy
Thank you.
and my
Cheers.
daughter, and with Candace, which is a super phenomenal woman. And let me just highlight all the women that's here tonight and around the stand, because the power is understanding who we are,
Yeah.
to whom we are, and to who we believe in who we are. Once, and I'll say this one more time, once you understand your net worth, you never let anyone discount you again.
Hello.
Oh, man.
Man,
No,
Cheers.
that was a drop the mic moment right there.
Thanks, Mama.
Thank you
Man,
so
I
much.
felt it.
Thank
Man.
you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
Man, we
Thank
we
you.
needed those nuggets
Thank
of
you.
knowledge right there.
Thank you. I knew when I saw
So if you want to
Thank
follow me, please go to Footprint
plug it.
Farms.
Yeah.
Any social media, put in Footprint Farms, Jackson, Mississippi, and we will pop up in any of your social media. Or just say that black girl in Mississippi that farms, that would be me.
Yes, I'm already following,
light
so
drop, huh?
Yeah.
y'all get with it. I'm following. Yes,
Awesome.
yes.
Now,
Right.
not only do we get a party, but we got to get some soul food with it too.
Yay.
Yes.
Yeah, you even get to go, pull it fresh from the garden yourself.
Easy,
Man.
easy. Let me fan my.
I know. But like, we don't know what to do with
It's too
ourselves
hot now.
right
I
now.
know.
It's too hot.
I don't think
The
we've
doors
had
of the
anybody
church
that
now open.
spiritual in a minute. Yeah. Yeah, for real. For
Wow,
real.
man. So
I told you, you didn't know. It's okay.
it's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It was a surprise.
But I know. But see, the thing is, you had. I believe that iron sharpens iron. You had iron sharpening you.
Yep.
Hey.
Yeah, man, we still
That's
get
why you're
sharpened.
so great. Like,
We still get
Look.
sharpened over here, man.
Yeah.
It don't stop.
that's what you need.
Yeah.
Wine.
Oh,
Let's
Yeah.
talk about the
You
wine.
know
So
what?
let's break it down.
So the one that you're drinking right now, yeah,
Or-
I actually have this guy just is amazing. Like he comes in here and he not only does he support me and he's local in the community, but he brings all of his friends and relatives and family in here. So I'll be
That's
trying
called support, guys.
to,
Yeah.
I'll be trying to keep up. So the one that you're
Wow.
having right now, that's it. That's
Delicious.
we did
Very
all of
delicious.
we did all
This
of
is
it.
really
But
good.
because
Wait a
it's
minute.
really good. That's why
This
it's
is
gone.
8 seconds.
Yeah, it was gone in 8 seconds.
It's gone.
He don't live here. 8 seconds who? What's his last name? This is really good.
Yeah.
I want to just.
Yeah, no, Derek.
Stop.
Stop. Don't red potato the wine. Yeah.
That's me that does that.
That's right. You stick up
It's
for
getting
yourself.
copyrighted
Sir.
soon.
That's right. It's not cool. It's not cool. He usurped your whole identity.
Hey, it's now look. Look.
Oh.
Yeah, come on. Have some style, man. We ain't put on our colored shirts for this.
Look, I wanted to give y'all the swirl and show you the swirl technique, but we done poured up all the wine.
No, we haven't.
All right, we got.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have Welcome back.
Welcome back.
What are we doing? What is this? Some slow motion?
That you talk about.
Really no
Welcome back.
Yours is gonna be a little bit of rosé because you got a little bit of that red wine
Yeah.
left in there.
I couldn't wrench around there and wrench it off.
Yeah, go ahead. Y'all,
Look, y'all still sipping.
We still sipping.
So
Sip right.
hey,
Yeah.
here we go.
That's awesome. Yes. Okay. This is live and direct, y'all. That's why you see all the liveliness and all the things happening.
Exactly. We moving in a space. It's like, yo, we got to get this done in the moment we can get this done. And
that's right.
We got
places and time.
We got Chef Ryan Cortez in the building.
Yay!
Hey. What is up, baby? What's going on?
Thank you for your time. We know you're busy.
Yeah, we know it's a real busy night, man. You okay?
Oh yeah, I'm doing pretty good, man. We've had an excellent evening. It's still popping in here. You know what I mean? Like the DJ got it going.
Right.
Food was flying off of the pass today.
It was. But that's what you live for, man.
Yeah, I love
that's
it.
what you live for.
Right.
Well, thank you for sitting down with us, man.
Oh, yeah.
Now I don't usually make it personal about me, but I'm a super huge Master Chef guy, so I'm a fan of yours. You know, I'm a fan of yours, man. You got to study under Aaron Sanchez was your mentor, right?
Yeah.
Aaron Sanchez was your man. If y'all not in a Master Chef, dog, oh my God.
It's pretty awesome.
Like I watch it, Master Chef Junior. I don't care. I watch it.
I love it.
Dude, and then I hear this man is here. I was like, oh no, I've met 3 people from Master Chef in my life, and I'm like, oh no, this is so cool. So I'm gonna let you tell a little bit about your story and your background because you're from here.
Yeah.
And just kind of give us some insight, man, on where you come from and what brought you into cooking.
So born and raised here in Houston, really, and been a musician since the age of about like 6, 7 years old. Started playing piano, moved to drums, end up started touring. Always loved food. Food was always a part of everything my family did. It was always a huge part of the celebration. Somebody graduated, you know what I mean? Even in funerals, you know what I mean? Like the food, you know what I mean? So I didn't know, you know, that it played such a huge part in later on in my life. But through my international travels as a musician, I started to ask if I could meet the chefs that was preparing our meals. And we started to talk, and then next thing you know, I'm back there making a pizza or, you know, chicken cutlet or something like that. You know, we just started small, and then I moved to New York, learned how to make pizzas professionally, and man, it's just like Hurricane Harvey happened, and the food thing took off right after that. Got the audition for Master Chef. It was an uphill battle because I didn't know that they were interested in me. My cousins put me up to it. They were like, man, we the only people, is like I said, it was during Harvey, so we were the only people they felt like that was eating barbecue, oxtails, and this is in the flood.
Right.
So like I found like one of the only African American owned butchers that was open. So I went there in the 3rd Ward, went over there, OST, went to the joint, went to the hood, took care of my folks, you know what I mean? And some of my neighbors was like, hey, we give you some of this, you can put it on the pit, no problem. So through that encouraged me that gave me the encouragement rather to know that I can do this professionally.
Right.
And then when I got the Master Chef audition, like that whole process, it was months and months and months into it. And I had to record things, write things down for them and show them that I can do this stuff and I can do this and do that. Wow. And it's like when I say from September to December, so it was months and months. It's an ongoing audition process. Wow. And you can be dropped at any time. You know what I mean? Until you get that final word, you're going to Cali. Like until you get that final word that you're going to Cali, you can't really, you know, finalize it. So all that work could be for nothing. But I put the same drive and energy that I put behind music, behind my food. And got the call. Next thing I know, I was rubbing elbows with Aaron Sanchez, Gordon Ramsay, and Joe Bastianich. And they really gave me, I learned so much. They gave me a lot of courage and encouragement to know that I could do this professionally. And so like a couple years after that, a couple nice restaurants, Culture, lead prep there, Indianola, lead prep there, and then sous chef at Upper Kirby Bistro. An executive chef.
So you went to all the like popping places basically.
Yeah. Well, I really wanted to get the African American restaurant experience under my fingers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I wanted.
That's awesome.
We can go anywhere and cook, but when you can be a part of your culture and your community and learn things, and impart things into my nephews, they love it. One of them is he's signing up to be a chef in his school's culinary program. Yeah. So that synergy, it passes on, and so that's one of the most important things I think is it's not for me. This is for somebody else. Like even my sous chef now, Mike. he's learned so much, and I'm learning things from him too. But he tells me all the time, man, damn, Chef, like I learned a lot from you today, you know what I mean? You know,
That's dope.
So that gives, like I said,
Mike, yeah.
keeps you pushing.
Shout out to Mike. That's the
Yeah.
homie, man. That's the
Shout
homie.
out to Mike.
Absolutely.
I'm
Hey,
curious.
look, big shout out to Mike. He in the back
Even though
doing
Mike be
dishes right
burning
now.
me back there.
my fellow.
Uh-oh, Mike, but Mike don't want to come out. So I'm curious.
That's my boy,
So,
man.
so let
I'm
me ask you
curious,
this, Chef.
what was the music?
Okay, so
Before.
I tour playing blues, funk, jazz, hip hop,
Rock?
and even metal. Yeah, even rock.
And do you feel like you kind of infuse that in your food?
Yeah, definitely. It's cooking is like jazz to me. You
Yeah.
gotta be ready for anything.
It's a mix of everything.
Yes, yeah.
Derek.
Yeah.
So-
And then go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I think I saw somewhere that you got a coin, like for Presidential Food Service.
Oh, okay. So I was at this place, this spot called Flippin' Patties, and I was lead kind of like a lead there, and a gentleman who was a chef for the Obama family came and ate one of our burgers, and he watched me the whole time, and I thought it was kind of weird at first, but then he walked up to me, he was just like, man, you never know who's watching you, and presented me with this medal, and I was like, what's this for? And then I was like looking at it, he was just like, yeah, man, that's a presidential seal, so blah,
Yeah.
blah, this, that. And I was just like, wow, it was a huge honor, like, I didn't expect that at all. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, and it was from a burger, you know what I mean?
Hey, something simple like that, you just never know because, I mean, a burger is a burger. I mean, you can get a burger like at
Unless you come to
BK.
Water's Edge.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, like, if you go to, like, McDonald's or
Yeah.
Burger King, but when you come to Water's Edge or something like that, it's more than a burger. It's all about the love, the soul that you put into it.
Yes.
And, I'm sure that's what he saw when he gave you that coin. So, I mean,
Thank you, man.
yeah, so I can definitely commend you for that.
Thanks.
All right, so I'm gonna go back to being fanboy on MasterChef, dog. I'm not gonna let you. I need to know this because I watch it, man, and I distinctly remember your session when you got in front of Joe, Gordon, and them. Because it was 4 of you guys, and all of you guys got an apron.
Oh,
right?
okay, yeah.
So because what I noticed was it's like all you guys were kind of like being really supportive of each other.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
important is that being in the kitchen with people when you kind of team up?
And also, do you kind of see that now with the new like chef things? I've learned and seen that the collaborative effort is there more than it used to be.
Yes, yeah. And well, it's not such a one guy, one person, one
Right.
woman thing anymore. It's like you're only as strong as your team is. So if you've got, like, I have a younger gentleman, and he's like 22, and he just, like, he's in culinary school right now. And he was like, I was kind of prepping him, telling him what he was gonna learn, and then he was like, man, chef, like, you was right. Like,
Yeah.
so I give him the tasks here that help him in school. So, like, even the same thing, like, him and my sous chef will team up and do all the charcuterie if we have a large party with a few charcuterie boards, and then Eric jumps in too. And to see them watch them together, and it's like a competition. They call it charcuterie wars, and I don't want to hear that. I don't want to see
Shark
that nowhere
Wars.
else. Yeah,
It is Shark Wars.
Yeah.
We do
Oh,
Shark
yeah?
Wars here.
Yeah, I don't want to see that nowhere
They're
else.
tasty.
You know?
I can say that. I can say it.
Yeah. And
Stop biting. Stop
Yeah,
biting.
don't bite.
Don't bite. You know?
And
Look,
look,
original.
look, the hour prep time, the hour you take, that don't fly here. We got to get it out in what, 15 minutes or less.
Yeah. It's no BS with it, man. So, and I'm fairly tough on these guys too, cause like the
Compote.
Yeah, I'm fairly tough, man. Like that comes from the chefs that I came from under, and anybody who knows Gordon knows that when you're on the bad side of Gordon,
It's bad. It's really
It's
bad.
hard to get out
Yeah.
Because I can see Joe Bastianich being really tough too.
Oh, man.
I know he's probably one of the hardest dudes.
dude, when he called my dirty rice rustic, some of my family members was upset. They was like, he called it rustic. He's never eaten it before.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but that got back to the thing. Like I said, we were all 4 of
Oh,
us.
because you mean
were doing-
catfish and rusted?
Yeah.
Catfish Fridays.
Yeah.
Right
I'm
here
sorry.
at
I'm
Water's
sorry. I
Edge
watched it.
Winery.
Too. I'm sorry. I watch it too.
It's
much.
exciting. It's
It is,
exciting. You know
man.
what I mean?
So how did y'all hook up? How did this become you on here?
Wow.
You wanna
Go
tell
ahead,
the story?
Go ahead. You can tell the first part.
I'm gonna go back.
Okay.
To,
Yeah,
what's,
yeah, that's what I'm
what's that?
saying,
I'm
too.
gonna go back. What's that spot on Richmond? Tapas where we used to play
Identity
drums
Bar.
at? Identity Bar. So.
Okay, Uptown, yeah.
So I actually met Ryan like many moons ago, like in the early 2000s, and through a mutual friend, Mark Martin, who is also an alum of I Love Jackson State University. And so, lo and behold, I met Ryan, but we would never really, talk much after that. It was like, oh, this dude, he's pretty badass on the drums, and. I called Mark and I told Mark, I said, hey, I'm looking for a chef. I'm opening up a bistro and I'm going to need somebody. So Mark Martin, thank you so much. But Mark's very connected. So Mark actually connected us. So it kind of goes back to that whole network thing Mom had mentioned earlier. And so, we were able to connect and, we vibe. Like we kind of been going through it, right? Just kind of starting a new bistro. Basically, this is the other part of the winery, right?
Yes.
Right.
So you've got the winery and now you've got the bistro side of things. So it's two different businesses, two different business models under one roof. Actually, it's probably several different business models under one roof.
Indeed,
I'll get to
Seems
that.
as if.
That'll be part 2 of the podcast. So that's and so we kicked it off, and we've been we've been riding the dime
You
since
just kind of
then.
saw benefiting
Yeah.
one another, huh?
Yeah, we've been riding. Yeah, it's
You just all benefiting one another.
we saw
like that.
I think it was more than a benefit, right? I think it was definitely the opportunity to do something great and to create. Like Ryan's a creator. He's been an artist outside of the whole culinary experience. He was an artist before that. So I think us taking both of those thoughts and meshing together is like, hey, let's see what type of gumbo we can come up with,
Did we? What? So the first, yeah. That's exactly what I was going to say. So, our third initial meeting when I brought menu ideas and I asked them, I was like, Eric and Ken, I was like, yo, what do y'all see? What do you guys like? I got all this stuff, but like, what do you guys want? Eric was like, I want some jerk chicken.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I think we can make that happen, And so went home, and that night I immediately started my research and development process.
Wow.
To combine the idea that I had, which I was just gonna do a really awesome whole chicken wing in a waffle, and Eric wanted jerk. So I put those two ideas together, and we have a traditional jerk marinade, and we fry it. So
That's the difference.
Yeah, but the deal is that you have to complement it. Being that this is a winery, you have to make sure that I'm not
It complements
overstepping
the
the
wine.
flavors of the wine
Yeah.
and the qualities
You
of
have to
what's
create
in
an
that bottle.
experience with all
Yes.
of it.
Yes.
So what I did is like, okay, I have all this beautiful wine to use. Let me use this wine. And so social distance was the first thing that I put into the jerk batter, the jerk marinade. Right? So, and then I took the southern influence. Everybody loves fried chicken, right? So took that, and it's not just a chicken tender that's seasoned with jerk seasoning. No, this is a through and through process. So it's like I get West Indian folks in here all the time. Brother, we got some spice. We got some spice on it.
They definitely want that spice. Shout out to the Caribbean,
shout
man.
out.
Much
West
love.
Indian folks, man, for sure. So they
You give them a pleasant one.
Too close, man.
And I got a plug for you too, man.
What's that?
Naiming's, man. Just
Yeah.
opened in
Oh,
Richmond.
I DoorDashed
my
them.
brother,
I DoorDashed them.
my brother's out this way too. So we got a renaissance that's happening out here.
Yes.
So
Oh.
there's a lot of great things, man.
Go west, young man. Get out the loop.
Yeah.
Pond the River.
What's up?
Pond the
Don't
River.
look at me.
Shout out to Vic. What's up, Vic?
It's not cool.
Fellas, okay, so we're not gonna take them. So, right, hey, thank you guys for like joining in on us.
Man, we
Yeah.
I'm
appreciate
gonna
you.
get all my MasterChef questions, man. I need about 10 minutes. We're gonna get a beer or something, and then I'll have all my MasterChef questions.
Let me
done.
know.
No,
I got you.
you get
'Cause
a
he
bottle
was
of
on
wine.
MasterChef. Hey, you went like 10, 11 weeks, right?
All right, so I made top 15.
Right.
So
Oh.
I think it's like 12 episodes, I believe.
Yeah.
But I'm not a huge outspoken guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? To a degree, and I promised my mom I wouldn't misrepresent us on TV.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
So
For
like
sure.
when my mom's is watching and everything, you know what I mean? Like that also plays
P's
a
and
part.
Q's,
you know
baby.
what I mean? Yeah.
Right.
So I
We represent.
another thing is just like myself and then my boy Jerron, who actually won our season.
Yeah, Gerard.
Him and he was a part of my elimination. And but this was the deal though. There were so many people who were like, man, he messed you up, blah blah blah. And I was just like, okay, me and him the only brothers on here. I'm not finna throw this brother under the bus.
Like that's
I'm
your
not
boy.
finna split up.
Yeah,
Right. You know what I mean? So God had exactly what was for me later on. You know what I mean? Like win, lose, or draw.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the thing is, you keep your blinders on and you keep moving forward.
Because
It's a
what's for
perpetual
you
thing.
is for you.
That's
Yeah,
right.
because the thing is with that show is kind of like the one thing that
What
people
you
don't get.
said.
It is a competition, but the thing is, if you're good, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah.
be good.
Exactly.
If you're not good, it's gonna
a
show.
show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And there's a lot of people in the MasterChef universe that are, just fine with being at home cooks. But me, I was actually trying to use this as a stepping stone
Right.
to get into the kitchen. And I wasn't afraid to start from the bottom. So everywhere that I was when I first started, I did dishes. And I started at Papa's doing dishes.
Right.
And you go from 2 passports and stamps all in all first class flights to washing dishes. And you looking up, you like, ugh. You know what I mean? Did I make the right choice here? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Then after that, car accident after that. So lost the whip too. So I started looking up to the sky, like, Lord, is it gonna rain? Like, let me know. So
Send me a sign, like
stay-
DMX.
yeah,
But,
exactly.
but you're doing everything to embed yourself into that
Yeah.
process.
Right.
You're embedding
Yeah.
yourself into
And
it.
it's the same thing. Like I said, I put the same attitude that I have with music forward to this. You know what I mean? And the results have been, incredible so far.
That's
you
why
know
this
what
is
I
the
mean?
only reality show I watch, because that's the kind of stuff that you can build. That's why cooking is such a spirited
It
thing,
is.
man.
It
And
is.
people need to respect that
Yeah.
craft, because
Absolutely.
when people talk about putting yourself on the plate, some people do like, oh, that's just some cliche shit.
Nah,
No, that's real.
No, that's
real
real.
deal.
That's
yeah.
real.
'Cause if you watch my season, there are some folks that like we really don't eat caviar in Texas.
Right.
And folks was like, oh, I'm gonna take the most expensive baller ingredients that I can. But I was like, dude, was you eating this when you were 9? You know what I mean? I know we had catfish and home fries every Friday.
But
You know what I
these
mean?
salty boogers, like,
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's
come
like,
on.
I mean, like that. You look like it don't speak for you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So,
come on. We
you
know what caviar is.
It's like I see if you was balling all your life and stuff like that. Yeah, this is how I was raised. But like, I took it back to where I was from, and then I, learned a few French techniques and then implemented that into my dish. And if I'm not mistaken, we were still in MasterChef history, we were the only group where everybody made it and everybody received an apron.
Wow.
Yeah, that was. Because it was 4 you, and they didn't even let 4 people up at that time.
No,
And the
but-
fact that it was 4 people,
Yeah.
everybody got it.
And it was funny because we were all doing fish.
Right. It sure
And
was.
nobody else did fish. Nobody else even really did seafood.
Right.
So it was like they made all of us go together. And I thought that was weird at first. I was like,
Right, and they were
no,
and they were
man.
on you because it was kind of like, is he baking catfish? Is he baking catfish?
they wanted me to fry it.
Right.
And I was just like, man, can I show y'all a healthier approach to, you know what I mean? Like,
Catfish.
But
yeah,
nobody
man, got to fry
but
catfish.
like most people, honestly, don't
Exactly.
like baked catfish.
I'll tell you where I
Yeah.
got that from. If you're
If
a
you know how to
foodie-
make it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely,
'cause I got
definitely. We
family,
do that on Fridays up here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can come see that. But to like our diaspora, the African American, the Black diaspora, like what we eat is so important to health.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like it's. I don't do a lot of pork here, other than our charcuterie, because that's what charcuterie traditionally is. But as far as our dishes, like there's kosher salt here, there's olive oil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we take wine is about indulgence, but I feel like we walk that line pretty fine between indulgence and conscious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like our health conscious.
Yes.
It's not a lot like fried pork chops and all that kind
You
of.
better
stuff,
come
you know?
through.
You
to
ain't
Water's
you ain't trying to
Edge.
do a non-pork charcuterie tray.
Hey, look.
We have a cheese board. We have it.
Right.
We got you.
Right.
Oh, okay, Charlie Brown.
Yeah, we'll
okay,
hit you.
So, go ahead.
No, it was like we'll hit with the cheese board. And the thing
Something
about
about the cheese. You like that.
the cheese is like there's truffles, there's all kinds of different infusions. Like we have a house compote that I'm very, very proud of here. Usually features one of our more fruit forward reds, either the Mississippi Bluesman, the Romeo, are the two main wines that we actually put in our compote, and that's strawberry and any berry that's in season. Pretty much we use.
So, Mom, send us some berries.
Yes.
Yes.
Send us
Yes.
berries. Berries.
I need the.
It's like berries. I got berries. What's your size? Hey, you know.
Oh yeah, we had some
yes.
some great homemade jam.
Oh yeah.
Jam.
Yes. Also,
jam.
shout out to Moms because she brought this pepper jam, and I put it on the charcuterie boards last week.
I just had the charcuterie board, and if that's the one, that was so delicious.
Matter of fact, Ryan made that one.
Oh my God.
Out to the booth.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yes.
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 Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Mom.
I taught him everything he
Thank
knows
you.
about
Thank you to
Look
everyone
here.
in the God. Thank
Look
you.
here.
It was
Look
really
here.
good. Even the baby liked the charcuterie. Yeah, even little Ezra.
Wow.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
Ezra
His
was
son from
eating.
Hot
Yeah,
Topic
the
liked
table was
the
perfect
charcuterie.
height for him.
we
It's
get
delicious.
Oh, yeah, he enjoyed that.
It made him
funny.
like run his little truck. He was like, this is charcuterie. It was good. So
we
thank
get
you.
we
He was
get
like a little Michael Corleone on the table.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
we
Lunchable ain't got nothing on us.
at all. We get some young foodies in here too, and I like that. Like we had a young lady, she couldn't have been more than like 12 years old, and she was just like, I'll have the shrimp and grits.
Yeah. Okay.
And-
You're like, yes, ma'am.
Oh, I was like, I'm ready for it. I was like trying to make a
Bring
waffle
it.
with a smiley face, and she was like, no, I'll have the shrimp and grits. I was just
You're like,
Alright,
that's
cool.
cute. She was like, that's cute.
right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
past the IHOP stuff. You know what I mean? Like, we good over here. Like, I don't want no silver dollars. Give me the real deal. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
But yeah. I mean, it's a pleasure though. It is sincerely an honor and a pleasure. I'm honored and humbled to be a part of this podcast, man. Thank you for what you do.
No, we're
bringing wine
honored.
culture to the forefront.
Bringing them back.
Yes. Oh yeah.
We're honored and we're humbled.
Absolutely.
Like, for
Yeah,
real.
This is a really big deal
Yeah.
for us, and we'll talk. But I want to thank you guys for kind of giving us your spirit and tell us your story. I love the way that you kind of guys linked up. It's kind of like power meets power, man.
Yeah, look.
I'm really inspired by this.
Word.
Thank you so much, man, for having us.
Very
So we're
smart.
gonna log out, man, because it's getting kind of late. We having some fun. Go ahead. What we got?
One more person. I gotta bring him in.
Oh,
Oh,
Tony.
This guy is just. Oh yeah, social media.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
go ahead,
social
go ahead,
media.
go ahead,
Social
Chef, go
media.
ahead.
Tell him, Chef.
Oh, okay. So Groove the Funky Chef, THAFUNKY Chef. Groove the Funky Chef. Like I'm all over Instagram. If you just Google Ryan
Groove the
Cortez,
Funky
Master
He gonna
Chef,
show
he'll
up
come
number one on
and
Google.
it's on
Yeah.
Hulu, man. Watch it on
We
Hulu.
gotta
Yeah.
get you.
Yeah,
watch
it's
them
on
episodes.
Hulu. It's on Hulu. It's on Hulu.
on
Shout out to
As many
Fox.
times as you want to.
Yeah.
I watch Master Shit like Cats don't get. I watch that.
Yo,
man,
hey.
Yeah, all of them.
It's funny. So our season was one of the most replayed seasons so far.
You know why I think that is? Because they stopped doing where the chefs got to pick somebody to be their mentor.
And it
they
had to be
stopped that.
yeah. Yeah.
Because I was like, man, when you got Aaron Sanchez, that's huge.
Yo, yeah. I mean, and
Because he's not, he don't seem to be as hard.
No,
but he seems to be-
he is
he's
though.
I know he's hard, but
Yeah.
he'd be like, I'm gonna shape you and all
Yeah,
that
yeah.
stuff.
It was a finesse thing because like when I put out my steak, he was just like, "Where's the love, man?" You know, like I was just like, "What are you talking about?" Like he was like, "Where's the love, man? You got the naked beef," and I was just like, "All right."
He's so cool.
He is.
Oh,
He is. He's one of the dopest, man. Like that was him having him mentor me, especially in the Gulf Seafood Challenge.
Yeah.
He came and talked to me. He was just like, "Look, nobody's done a whole fish on here before. Keep doing this kind of stuff, man. You know what I mean?" And it's like they was kind of rooting for me a little bit. I was just like, all right. And I started to ask questions more and ask him, you know what I mean? Like, hey, can I do this, chef, with this? And then he was just like, yeah, did you taste it? And he was just, kind of shaping me and molding me. And like, this is what you do. You taste everything.
I get from them from the culinary game. They want this thing to grow, man.
Yes.
Yeah,
They really
definitely.
want growth in it. That's why it's kind of like when you look at like Master Chef Junior. I remember one time Aaron Sanchez had gave a guy who they didn't give him an apron in the beginning, but he gave him a scholarship.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. He gave him a scholarship?
He didn't get an apron. His food was not good enough at the time. They said, you're not ready for this, but you have promised. Arnold Sanchez gave him a scholarship to a cooking school.
Oh, wow.
Right there. It's like, you're not going to get an apron. You're not going to participate in the, it might have been on your season. But he was like, here, no, hit me up. He's like, hit me up, dog.
Yes.
You got some promise. Go to New York and cook. We gonna get you set.
Yeah.
They want this cooking thing to grow. They
Yes.
want that passion.
The
to
I
grow.
think it's
thing
definitely
is
growing.
though.
Yeah,
It is.
I think
It
it's
is.
growing.
But
Yeah.
they do something
Exponentially.
great because the thing is with reality shows, it try to show people in their worst light. That thing makes people look good.
It does.
That's
It
the one
does.
thing I respect about what Gordon Ramsay does with his shows. It's to sharpen people, man.
It
I'm
is.
into sharpening people. Like
Yes.
Joe Bastianich, I'm like, he could be an asshole, but he wants you to be sharp.
If you impress Joe, you all right. You know what I mean? And the fact that this Mike, this is my sous chef here.
Wait.
That's the homie.
What's up, Mike?
Hey, Mike.
Mike made this happen tonight.
Yes.
Mike is the person that makes this
Yeah,
happen.
yeah.
Mike made this happen.
Can we talk?
Yeah, come on.
Come on in.
What's up, fam?
What's up, fam?
How you doing,
Hey.
Doing good, man.
That's good.
How's
Well, you've
everyone?
been working tonight, man.
I have. I've been
And
working
I want to
tonight.
acknowledge that because, I want to acknowledge that to kind of keep,
It's okay.
But I kind of want somebody to come in here and just like piss you off right now. So
Yeah, so we can
take it
see
off
who
on-
Mike
Oh,
really
oh.
is.
You want to
Like,
piss me
let's
off?
see
Order
it.
something after the kitchen closes.
That's it. I don't have to say nothing. Mike see the ticket.
Like,
He be
Mike-
like, I'll be
Michael
right
let-
back.
Six
Michael
burgers.
let
Yes.
happen.
Order
Yeah.
something after the kitchen closes. That's when you'll see me
Right.
at the highest level of pistivity.
Really?
Yes,
Really?
sir. Yes, sir.
I can see that.
Like, yeah, Mike.
But it's good to have you come and sit down and sit with us, man.
Like,
Yeah,
this is
it's
so
good to be
different.
here.
Like, I'm
It
so
is.
happy.
Because usually I'm watching
Yeah.
y'all
Yeah.
and listening.
Yeah.
But now I'm actually on it, so it's totally different.
Full circle.
Yes, it is.
Come on,
It is.
Mike. Come on, Mike.
It is. It's beautiful to be on What's Up
Word.
in the Cup.
Hey.
So,
We're happy
so
to
and,
have
and thank
you.
you for putting this all together because you were really the connection for all of us.
We really
no
appreciate
problem, no
it,
problem.
man.
You know, I'm
You're
all about
appreciated.
making things happen.
Yeah, because
And
you
we
down with us
I
from
also
day
want to say
one.
we
man.
appreciate Jasmine. Thank you so much.
My lovely wife.
Jasmine had it together the whole night. Jasmine,
The wifey.
Jasmine made everything happen. Jasmine put everybody else together and made sure everything was lined up. So thank you. Yeah,
Shout out to my wife,
Thank you.
Jasmine.
Yay.
She hit me a couple of times.
Jasmine did the damn
You
thing.
probably
You told her
deserved it.
to beat me.
I'm not gonna let her just sit here
What'd you say?
quietly.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
Blaming the victim.
Wow.
Yes, Jasmine, you're right. I did it.
Playing the victim up.
So my question to you guys is, how was your experience at the winery today?
let me
I
check.
kind of loved it.
Let me
Yeah.
see. On a scale
This
of
is-
1 to 10, I definitely have to give it a 20.
Yeah, it was like,
Take that.
yeah,
Thank you. I do
I
appreciate
really had a good time.
Humbly.
Yeah.
Take that. I'll take that.
Humble
Thank
20.
you.
If I can just say my experience was, I don't know, man. It's just kind of like it's a whole lot more than what anybody would expect. This is so much. It's fun. The food's good. The wine is an experience. I'm glad some of the people came out that supported us.
Okay.
And it felt good to just have some atmosphere.
Yes.
Because I'm big on atmosphere, and atmosphere is super present here.
Yes.
It really is, and that's why, like, because you told me a lot of times to come on out here, come on out here, come on out here.
Yeah, I've been telling you for months to come out here. Months.
Sir, stay out of my face. Oh, wait a minute, you on my damn show? I can't take this down.
I'm
My
like,
kinda
months?
in your affairs
Told
right
you
now.
months? Okay.
Months.
I had a hair appointment a couple of times. I couldn't make
I
it.
hear you. I understand. Look, I understand.
Yeah. You get me.
I
You know what I'm
understand.
saying?
Right, you had to get your hair braided
Right. Exactly.
in your beard.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
You only treat me like this because I'm black.
No, it's not the only reason.
He's like, no,
See,
not really.
I'm too friendly with this dude. Okay, I'm too friendly with. So Mike, I'm curious, man. You get to work with this guy.
Yes.
And he's part of your sharpening process, man.
Yes.
How is that for you?
It is awesome because
Yeah.
I didn't watch MasterChef. So when I was introduced to Ryan, I was just like, all right, Chef Ryan, what's up? How you doing? I didn't realize that there was a claim to fame. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize that he did MasterChef. And even when I did, I was like, oh, okay. I'm going to go back and watch it. Eventually.
Eventually.
You know,
Eventually.
I'm going to go back and watch it. I'm going to check it out.
Well, like one day.
Coming soon.
We still working on
Yeah.
it.
I'm gonna get it before the end of the year.
One of these Thursdays, I'm
I'm gonna catch it all. I'm gonna catch all of it. I'm gonna get it all of it.
Binge
Might
watch.
get it live.
Yeah, like it's a difference. Like I work with this man in the kitchen
Yeah, like you know him
every
in
weekend.
a different
You know
way.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
Since January, so it's different. Like I get to see him work, and I get to see what he does, and I've picked up on I've been cooking my entire life, but there are things that I've picked up from him in the last 6 months that not to say I just didn't know, I never utilized it in certain ways, you know. Things that I use that I cook all the time, ingredients that I cook with all the time. I've just never used them in the way that he uses them, you know.
That's dope.
So it's definitely iron sharpening iron.
And as somebody that like has had happy hours with Mike, like to hear him say that is like, yo,
It
you
is.
should
And
feel away.
he is so
You
hard
should
to
feel
impress.
away.
He is so
Yeah,
Mike,
like
man, look,
he's super impressed.
Mike
You
is
should
one of
feel
the
away.
hardest guys to impress. Like our first even conversation
That's cool.
was about a
Yeah.
flatbread, right?
Yeah.
And I knew he was peeps because he was just like, oh nah, chef, that's not a true flatbread. I said, my man, right. You know what I mean? When
Yeah,
people want all these
yeah.
toppings and they think it's pizza and it's not.
It's not.
And we were discussing that, and I was just like, well, man, what do you think about our flatbread? He was just like, well,
Actually,
well, if it was me, if I was making it, I would just add maybe some chili flakes, and then that's exactly what I was waiting on. I was just waiting on it to come, mill through the system or whatever. And it was so funny because I was like, this dude, he would say the one thing that I already been asking for.
Yeah.
And I mean, he ain't say Parmesan,
I
he ain't
love
say
it.
arugula or
I
extra
love it.
cheese, nothing of it. Anchovy, he ain't say none of
but
this.
that's also, it also speaks to how in sync you are for how you're working here.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's awesome.
Well, yeah, it made me respect his palate. Like, and I hadn't even seen the guy cook or nothing like that. And I didn't even know he was interested in working in the kitchen. I just knew he had a palate.
Yeah,
And I respect
definitely.
people
Yeah.
with palates who can taste complexities in wine and appreciate them, appreciate tannin. Like,
Yeah.
not everybody appreciates tannin. Some people like they wine like Kool-Aid. You know what I mean? Like straight
A
up.
lot of people like
Yes.
their
But I
wine
think that's
much
mostly made by big media.
Yes.
Yes.
You know,
I agree.
They let you know, oh, you
big
need to have
media.
it like this
Mm-hmm.
or like that.
Yes.
You know, where it's like, well, how do you know if you really like it unless you try something else?
That's it.
Right.
So-
Look, most people come into wineries looking for the sweetest thing possible. So, do you have a sweet red? Do you have Moscato or something of that line? It's like, well, how about you try this Riesling? It's sweet.
which is still very sweet.
It's-
It's,
it's
very
Right.
sweet.
Right. It's still
Yeah.
on that sugar spread.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
It's still sweet,
Yeah.
but they've never heard of Riesling.
Right.
Yeah, like no, I like
need
Moscato.
Oh,
Right. Yeah.
I need some Scotto.
No,
Okay.
no,
I need some
Scotto.
Scotto.
There's an M in that word, sir.
Yeah.
No, it ain't.
Yeah. Scotto. Y'all got that Scotto?
We're not making fun of you people.
At
We're
all.
not making fun of anybody.
I know what he's saying. I am.
I mean, I'm a laugh, but definitely, like all the different ways people try to pronounce charcuterie. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
No, I have
I
a
want
friend.
this.
I have a friend that pronounces it the opposite way. She said, okay, so it's charcuterie. She says car shootery,
Oh,
Car
wow.
and she can't get it right.
Shit,
But
I've
it's
heard-
not. But
I've
she's
heard-
an educated person.
Hey,
You go on the little spelling bee. You
It's
be like,
hard.
spell charcuterie.
Uh,
Well, can you use it in a sentence? Well, we did a drive-by car shootery in Compton last week. Car shootery.
car shootery.
I just want to say I love my friend.
Hey,
She
that's
just
I'm
has a
done, y'all.
problem with
Good
saying
night.
that
Hey,
word.
that's like going to.
I watched the spelling bee. I'm a nerd. I watched MasterChef and the spelling bee.
Hey, that's like getting a spicy chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A.
Fila.
Who says that?
Chick-fil-A? Yeah.
ever been
When
to
it came to
Chick-fil-A?
Louisiana, a lot of people were saying that.
Chick-fil-A?
Yeah. They'd be like,
Wanna
man,
go
you
to
ever had
Chick-fil-A?"
Chick-fil-A? I was like, nah.
Chick-fil-A and Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
heard Chick-fil-A multiple
Not
times.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
heard that.
Get
That's
that
funny.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
You've heard Chick-fil-A?
God bless the child.
So, Mike,
Yeah, that's God is on.
Mike, what's next? Mike, what's next for you, bro?
What's next for me?
No, we're gonna sit up here and make fun of all these people. You know,
God
see how
bless
you
the child
get
that
this
has
down.
Chick-fil-A.
because I'm this close getting the people who put the S on Kroger. They're like, we going to
We're going to
Kroger's.
Kroger's. Come on, let's go to
wanna go to
Kroger's.
Kroger.
And
I want to go to
Target.
H-E-B.
And Walmart.
Yeah, and Walmart's. and Ross's.
Right. Pluralize everything.
Right, everything
And
is a plural.
Academies.
Only,
and Best Buy.
yeah.
No.
It's like only took that from one person.
And Charcuterie City. Oh, Charcuterie City to close down. Let me stop being.
It's like only took
Michael,
that from one person.
Go ahead, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get my
Tell us about
microphone
your
out of
vision, please.
this.
What's next for me
Yes.
is just learning as much as I can from Chef Ryan, being his sous chef, as he grows his outside independent, private chef business, to go with him and be his sous chef on the road, and then also I've started a carpentry company, a custom carpentry company, because I am a carpenter. All of my degrees are in carpentry and theater. That's my background.
And Jesus was a carpenter. I just
Jesus
wanna say
was
that.
a carpenter.
He was.
God gave me his son's gift.
And then he enjoyed wine too.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
he also enjoyed wine.
He made a lot of
Yes,
wine, as a
Jesus
matter of fact.
was a carpenter, and he broke bread and drank wine.
So just doing that. If you look behind the bar, that huge wine rack that's
I see it.
sitting over there,
Yeah.
I
that's
built
That's
that.
you. That's
and
you, huh? Okay.
I just installed it on Monday, so
Jasmine.
it
Man.
holds 312 bottles. They're ready to roll.
Yeah.
So yeah, just doing that and doing this. I've been looking to branch out. A couple other people have come and asked me about some of the restaurants that they're starting to open up. So I might be sous chefing during the day at some of those restaurants, and then working here at night on the weekends.
Look at Jesus.
Give it up for my dog.
I don't even know how to
I
feel.
tell you, man.
Come on, Mike. Jasmine,
Can't
do
impress
this.
him though, man. You can't. It's so tough, man. Like he is a tough customer, man. I love it though. Like it's one of his
I
best
love
qualities,
it.
man. Like I'll put something to Mike. I'll be like, and he'll just come in. His backpack ain't even off. I'll be like, Mike, try this. You know what I mean? Cause like I be if I hear from him, you know what I mean. I always know what he gonna say.
It's honest.
Cause I mean, yeah, definitely. But like, even though when I
Unfiltered
change
honesty.
something because of one of our few of our guests may not be that acquainted with pepper or spice, Mike is, and he'd be like, I'd add some black pepper to it. So I'd be like, Mike, can't you know what I mean? We gotta.
No,
pull
but
back,
that honesty
you know
is
what
what you need, though. Like,
Yes, yeah.
I
yeah,
appreciate that with people. Yeah,
he
in
is
general.
my legit go-to guy. And I've never had one of those in my life. You know what I mean? At all.
I seen Mike tap dance on some heads. Being honest.
No, but
Well, if he
sometimes
wasn't so goofy
in my
looking.
no. But wait.
I mean,
Wait,
I get
like in my opinion,
yes.
what's wrong right now is we have too many honorable mentions, and we have too much of that type of like BS, where people are not giving their honest opinion and they're not giving like what it is and
Yes.
how
Right.
it tastes and what people really like, and we need mics
Yes.
out there.
They're trying to
So-
savor feelings, and it's not that I'm not
Yeah,
trying to
no,
savor
but
feelings.
You savor feelings, and you're not savoring.
It's-
You're not savoring like
My-
the taste.
My thing
the
is this.
shit be nasty.
Like, and this
Yeah.
is just about life in general. Most things with me are it's either black or white. There's not much grayscale, you know. And I'm also a very blunt person. Some people don't know how to deal with that.
I know.
And then the other thing is it's not that I don't care about your feelings, but that's not my problem.
Right? No, I totally get it because I came from a
You know?
family like that. That's why when Z introduced me to you, I was like, no. When Z introduced me to Mike, I was like, I can see how you could turn people off, but I also understand
I'm a
because
Catholic, so I'm oblivious.
no, my daddy was the same way. My dad did not give a shit.
Yeah.
He's gonna let you know. And so, like, I appreciate it in other people. Like, okay, that's how he really feels. It's not about your feelings. It's
Right.
I'm
like,
gonna tell you the truth,
Yeah.
you know, and that's what it always is. Like my mom gave me some of the best advice when I was like 4 or 5 when I was going to kindergarten. She told me to stick your feelings in your shoe and walk on them. That way, only you can hurt your feelings.
At 4, like at 4,
at
you like,
it was like
fuck
4 or
your
5.
feelings
So
to
it's
everybody else. Like,
And Mike's mom,
That is a
Mike's
grown-up
mom is a loving mom.
Yes.
Loving
Yeah.
mom.
No, I believe that.
And she just like, but
My mom is real. My
Yes.
mom is real.
Right.
Like my bluntness comes from my mother, because my father had patience. Ooh, he had patience. But my mom, she would cuss you out right now.
I heard that.
And then pray for you. No problem. They used to call my mom Sister Censor at church, and they knew her last name. My father was a minister
Wow.
at the church.
That's why Mike's so terrible, right there. PK
Yeah, I'm a
kid.
PK.
Yeah, PK children are always
there's no hope.
always.
There's no hope for you, him,
And they
anybody around.
can size everybody around them up. You can, you can size everybody up.
It infect me. Mike infect me sometimes. You know what I mean? Definitely does.
I look at it like this. I'm a fairly good judge of character.
You are. I take that.
So just to wrap it up, what do you want everybody here to know about you and Water's Edge?
As far as for me, I want everybody to know that I am a happily married man with a beautiful wife who I love.
Come on, Jasmine, who hooked it up for everybody here, and she's the best. And I don't care what anybody has to say. I love me some Jasmine.
Yeah, she's super nice to me. Yeah, you have all my albums, I know.
The only other thing I want to say is that, you know, I love cooking. It's been a part of my life, my entire life. And I'm also a great carpenter. So
Like
I'm
Jesus.
just out here, yes. You know, I'm out here.
You married Jesus.
And this is
a black Jesus. Yeah.
and this is a great winery, and you all should come out and check us out.
Yes.
Give us a chance to wow your taste buds with our food and our wine.
And Jesus. Yes.
And the ambiance.
Yes, and the ambiance. Like the ambiance here, you know, if you want to come on a cool, slow days, like Tuesdays and Wednesdays, there's no really entertainment. You just come chill, listen to some jazz that's playing on the that's playing from the internet. And then like Thursdays is a DJ, Fridays and Saturdays is live jazz, and then Sundays there's a brunch until 3:30, and then you know every I think second or third Sunday is salsa and sangria. So we have a full salsa band that come out and set the party off. It's crazy.
We're coming out here for salsa.
Oh yeah.
We're coming out here for salsa. There it is. I made a decision. Okay. Well, brother, I first of all, I appreciate you making this connection for us to do this.
Man, no problem. I believe in your platform.
And I'm glad you do, because having to sit here and listen to you in this perspective only makes me have like.
And you knew about the platform earlier.
More respect for you and what you're doing here, because I see what you're doing, and I'm super proud because you know we view each other like brothers.
Yes, I do. Thank you.
And I'm glad you just jumped on here. I love this, man. This is so cool.
Absolutely.
All right, and take care of my dog.
Oh man, come on, man. I got to, man. Got to, man. He get free food, so he be straight.
Hey.
So my people, we're going to wrap it up because we need to get out of here.
Yes.
Everybody has lives they need to get to.
Yes.
We're gonna go karaoke. You wanna go karaoke?
Sure.
Eric, what's up,
For
man?
sure.
I got like one of my biggest customers in the house. I just want to give him just a few seconds.
Come on.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to show you the support because dude been coming through since November showing love.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, since we first opened. So
Oh. No, please.
All right.
No, please.
Hey, what's up in the cup? We back.
The extended
And
version.
we back.
After hours.
This is the XL.
This XL.
It's the XL version.
I didn't know that we were doing this. It's the remix.
So we got
my
wind of
tooth.
this label, and then when we got this label, we realized that we have this label in the building.
Big dreams, baby.
Big dreams,
dreams.
baby.
Come on, big dreams.
Big dreams. How you doing, man?
Doing great, especially with all these great wine here.
It's a fantastic place for wine, man.
I've been here since opening.
Yeah, since
That's
day
how great
one.
it is.
Like
Since
like
day
when.
one.
So
Since
one
day
of the things, I'm gonna go back real quick, right? And I kind of say the proof is in the pudding. One of the things you ask is about the community and where we at. So when Nam came through, the first time, the second time, the third, I was like, wait a minute. So I was like, let me figure out who this gentleman is, right? So just a great neighbor to come and support. So I just kind of want to give y'all a real testimony. I'm gonna let him talk about his favorite wine and tell him a little bit about Big Dreams and what he does. But more importantly, you know, I think this is a great platform just to let people know is like, you know, when we do wine, just to see this organic support, like this was the vision. This is how we continue to advance and to show other people how to move forward.
Yeah, indeed.
All right.
Because that's a big part of growth is kind of like getting the information from somewhere.
And
Yes.
incorporating everyone. Yeah.
Incorporating everyone. So I know we over time. So I'm gonna turn it over. I'm gonna give you a few seconds.
We're
So
good.
I-
Or should I say a
We
few
have
minutes?
time.
Should I say-
Yeah.
We got time.
So-
we got time. We got time. I'm just
So-
making sure I ain't putting
so,
my hands out of place.
Yeah, I enjoy great wine as well as I enjoy great whiskey. So some of the areas that I do a lot of big businesses is Whiskey Cake. I drink all the top whiskey there because they have the great international whiskey. Because it's not just about Scotch; it's about Japanese whiskeys and a lot of things. And you know what? Big things happens when you talk over a bottle of wine or what whiskey. Because you know what? People drop down the defense. It's about friendship. It's
Very
about
true.
believing each other.
Yep.
But the reason why Big Dreams put the labels on 8 seconds at Winery Edge is we can use that in a lot of things in our life. 8 seconds is something that is important. Sometimes we got to spend that 8 seconds with our family members.
8 seconds is my
8
favorite
seconds
so
to
far.
tell our people that we love them, we care about them, because we're so busy in life that we don't have that time. It takes 8 seconds to win it. It takes 8 seconds to know if you're gonna win that business deal or not. It takes that 8 seconds mistake or that perfect plan thing to have a baby, a beautiful, wonderful things. So we joke about a lot of different 8 seconds. 8 seconds to me is the time it takes to make a difference in our life. That's what I take. That's why I choose the bottle for Big Dreams. And my vision is big. It's not little stuff. But it takes that little 8 seconds to do it, to make it happen. And that's why we're here. And I told him, quite frankly, I've been here since day one.
Day one.
And you know
Day
what?
one.
I told Eric all the time, you're working too hard, baby. Because crypto is about everything. And you know what? It takes 8 seconds to enhance the knowledge to make a bigger difference in your life.
Cheers to that.
And he's
Yeah.
going to make that 8
Man.
seconds tomorrow. And we got bottles, we got cases. Big Dreams is going to pay for more than whatever the income here is.
I'm claiming all that.
Yeah, we all claim it. We all claim it.
Monthly.
Yes.
If Eric is willing to make that 8 seconds. That's why 8 seconds is big.
I claim
Right?
it in 8 seconds.
So I love you guys. I saw what you're doing here earlier. So that's why I respect that. I moved out there. I realized this is bigger than all that.
Wow.
So this guy's really polite. He didn't say that. But he knew he needed space. And I realized I need to be out there because you guys are doing bigger things. So much love. It's amazing. This guy is so amazing because let me be really clear, and this might sound cliche, it might sound not wonderful in podcasts and stuff like that. But when I go drink wine, I see a lot of white people. Let's be honest, right? But
That's why
what this guy
Speak on
made
it.
What's
Speak
Up in
on
the
it,
Cup.
man.
What
Speak
this
on
guy's
it, man.
doing is amazing. The clientele he brings in here, the dynamic, that diversity, is
It's an
nothing like I've seen in Katy, Richmond. So I give this guy crazy props to pull this together, right? I haven't seen this anywhere. And I've been to Atlanta, a lot of Vietnamese, a lot of black folks. I've been to,
Mostly.
you know, Chicago, same thing.
Yeah.
But we're here in beautiful Katy and
And
Richmond.
over here chilling in Richmond.
That's beautiful.
And this
man.
guy
Y'all gonna
pull
make
it together like no one I've seen. So I'm really proud to know Eric.
Big
Good-
dreams right here.
But just not just about us Asians or African American or none of that. It ain't about that. It's just the fact that he's able to put together and give a wonderful experience. And doesn't matter because there's, you know, other ethnicity. There's
Yeah.
Hispanic, there's white people, there's all that stuff.
Everyone.
But the fact that
Everybody
he
like
pulls
wine.
the really
Okay.
affluent people to the normal average people.
Hard working.
So forget about
White
the
collar, blue collar.
Forget about the race. Forget about all that. But the way he's able to pull all that in there, and you know what? Today there was a couple over here, and we were over here being all loud. He still made it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? People are cool about that.
Yep.
And that's what's amazing about this place. And that's why I'm spending my 8 second here.
Woo!
Yeah.
Get you a bottle.
Hey.
Big dreams.